with the Golden Opportunity YouTube channel, and the Golden Opportunity Coaching YouTube channel is a great place for psychological, social, and emotional and coaching related topics. We've got over 650 audios available for a variety of topics. We try to update as many times during the week as we can. Some days we get here daily, other times we get here multiple times per week. But we're building a community where hopefully things are good. Please subscribe, like, comment. If there's a topic you'd like to see discussed, be more than happy to do that for you on a continual basis. And if you are trying to set new habits, which I think we all are coming out of this pandemic thing that we've been dealing with for the last almost year and a half, certainly it's a good idea and a good time to do that. So this audio is about setting better habits and kind of looking at things that can change things for the better in that regard. If you are looking for someone that's willing to help you through that process and kind of be an accountability partner, I coach people all over the world. I've worked with over 15,000 people now in the last 14 years and would love to add you to that list this year. Please feel free to reach out at PO Perception on Twitter and or in the About Me section of this website, and we can certainly make that happen. So there's a couple of things we want to run through with that, how to make habits stick, how to make them count, and that's a really valuable thing because starting a habit and falling off on it can be very difficult and frustrating and sometimes maddening, drive you nuts. So the first is make good choices. Don't over promise that you're going to do something that you're actually not going to do. This means that you have to look at, am I really ready to quit smoking? Am I really ready to lose 100 pounds? And also set habits that you can commit to. If it's going to take you 90 days to stick to the habit of quitting smoking, for example, don't say I'm going to quit within a week, because when you don't, you're going to feel like I can't do it at all versus I can't do it in a timely fashion. Certainly there are times when we have to take massive action, when we have to do things quickly, but most often a habit that's going to stick takes anywhere from a few weeks to a few months to really set in as a full habit. And so making good choices about how to get there is just as important as making the initial decision to change a habitual behavior. The next thing is think long term. Think about the long term effects of how integrating the habit into your life is going to work. Think about how it's going to affect other people, if at all. Think about the benefits, both in the months and years and decades to come. Think about the overall impact on your life, and not just the short term few weeks or a few months of hardship while you change the behavior. If you don't have a compelling why, which is the next thing on the list, get one. If you can't say in an elevator pitch, paragraph or less, why you're making a habitual change, then it's completely useless to do it, because if you don't understand your why in a way that you can replay in your mind within 10 to 15 seconds and get revved up again, or at least excited about the prospect of the end goal, then you're not going to commit to the process about 90% of the time. So make sure that you have a compelling why that you actually believe in. It's not just buzzwords or things that you say that matters to, your way, or matters to other people in your life. Make sure it's something that matters to you, that you're committed to, connected to, and really does actually matter to you. In any event, also make sure to look for better solutions to get to your goal. Read articles, listen to podcasts, listen to audiobooks, talk with other people that have done it, join support groups if you need to, but find different ways to get to your ultimate solution. The more ways you have to get somewhere, the easier it will be to stay committed to the process of actually getting there. At the end of the day, if you're not looking for multiple solutions, you're going to frustrate yourself with changing the habit in the long run, because there might be something in the way that you're doing it that doesn't work for you, and you might be trying to battle uphill, and that can be both frustrating and problematic. But if you have 3 or 4 or 5 ways to try to get to the same goal, then when something isn't working, you change it, you modify it, you come back to your original method once in a while, and you carve out a method that's unique to you to making a change stick. The main idea behind habit change is making sure it sticks, not necessarily just having it work for a month or 3 months or 6 months. You got to make sure something sticks year over year and decade over decade for it to have maximum value of impact. The next thing is make sure that you optimize your time and energy as it relates to changing the habit. Now, the optimization means, you know, don't get lost on rabbit trails. When you're serious about losing weight or changing a thought pattern or doing that, and you need more information or you need new perspective, focus on that particular perspective being the main thing you care about in that moment. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to know everything immediately or that you can't go back and study daily or weekly or monthly or whatever, but optimize that time. If you're getting frustrated with a method you're using to try and make a change, be willing to change up your methods, but also understand that you need to serve your goals. That's the next point. What is your ultimate goal? If your ultimate goal is to lose 100 pounds, but you're only losing 10, then you might need to look at, well, do I need to change that goal to 20 pounds first instead of the 100? If the ultimate goal is feeling too big, if the ultimate goal isn't allowing you to, and this is the next point, tap into progress on a continual basis, then you'll never get there because you will quit because things aren't happening rapidly enough or in a way that you can see the mindset. Control your environment. If you have people around you that are telling you you'll never make it as a singer, you'll never, and that's your goal, or you'll never get that degree and that's your goal. If you have people who are constantly pessimistic and it's harmful to you because you second guess yourself every time you're around them, get out of there. Change your environment. Now, I'm not saying go around people that don't challenge you and go, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? Having people that will challenge your goal and make you think about how you would respond to hardships is wonderful. It's necessary, and it's part of being progress minded. But at the same time, if all you have around you is negative people who give you no support, then ultimately it's completely counterproductive to be in those relationships while you're trying to make that change. The next thing to consider is get rid of all or nothing thinking. So progress matters more than destination in the early stages or midpoint stages of a goal. I know most people think about, oh, I just want to lose the weight, or I just want to look more toned, or I just want to this or that. But it's the consistency that will get you there more so than heavy lifting in terms of making behavioral changes that are not guaranteed to be daily or monthly or yearly situations. I have honestly incurred some debts that were not mine, and I am chipping away at them week by week and month by month. I'm not exactly where I want to be with them, but if I looked at it and went, I need to do the whole thing as quick as possible, I'd get overwhelmed because it was too large. But if I go, I'm working on this, and then the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, and I see the progress point of each individual tenant of or tentacle of what I'm trying to work on, it's much, much better to look at things in a way where you can chart the progress and reward the progress along the way. Even if that progress reward is a candy bar or a trip to the bookstore, if they even have bookstores anymore, or whatever it is, make sure that along checkpoints you have a built-in reward system so that it feels like and you begin to believe that when you do something towards your goal, it's going to pay off not only in the long run but also in the day-to-day living of it. So hopefully that's helpful. I encourage you to keep your feet on the ground, your mind in the moment. Till next time, everybody.